Hey everyone, I'm Northern Explorer. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a tire rotation on my 2017 Ford F250. Stick around. Okay, tools for the job: jack stand, electric impact wrench, torque wrench, properly sized socket, jack tools, and wheel block, El Natural in this case. This is my second attempt at doing a tire rotation. Stick around to the very end and you can see all the mistakes I made the first time, and you will not make those mistakes when you do it yourself. So the last thing you need to do after rotating your tires is resetting the tire pressure monitoring system so the computer knows where each tire is located. The manual says to take your vehicle for a short drive, so I just did that. The vehicle's still running. You're supposed to turn the ignition to the off position to shut off the engine, and then turn the key back to the on position. And then within 10 seconds, press the hazards on and off 3 times. And on the 3rd time, you hear the horn sound. And it says train left front tire. So we start with the left front and we make our way around clockwise. When the horn sounds, you know that side's trained. And then you just double check to see training complete. And then the very last thing you gotta do is air your tires back up. That's it. So this is video from the previous day, my first attempt of doing a tire rotation. The Ford manual recommends that you do a 4-tire rotation. I had the bright idea of doing a 5-tire rotation instead. My reasons for doing a 5-tire rotation is, first of all, you get 20% more tire life since you're rotating in that 5th tire, the 5th spare tire. The spare tire isn't wasted if you're doing a 5-tire rotation. In other words, I eventually plan on upsizing my tires, and if I don't use that spare tire eventually, then when I upsize the tires, I'm going to upsize my spare tire too, which means that the spare tire that I have now is just never going to get used, so it's kind of a waste. And the third reason for doing a 5-tire rotation is it's just a little bit easier. You don't have to have jack stands. You only have to have one corner of the vehicle jacked up at any one time, because you do have that 5th tire to rotate in. It just makes it a little bit simpler. The problems I ran into, I had basically 5 problems. The first problem is the spare tire does not have a tire pressure monitor. I figured I could just get around that by using a tire pressure gauge to check the pressure of that tire. That wasn't a huge deal to me. The second problem, and I didn't realize this till I actually pulled the spare tire down, the wheel of the spare tire doesn't match the 4 main alloy wheels of the vehicle. It's just a gray steel wheel, so that kind of threw me off. The next 3 reasons have to do with the tools that I had. From what I read online, you needed a 13/16 socket to take off the lug nuts. I found that the 13/16 socket would bind on the lug nuts when using my impact wrench, so I ran into trouble there. Also, the socket that I had was a shallow socket, and when I used that with my torque wrench, there wasn't enough clearance between the arm of the torque wrench and the bulge of my tire. It was like right up against it, so it was just a clearance issue. And the 5th reason was that when I went to tighten the lug nuts, Ford recommends 165 foot-pounds of torque. The torque wrench that I have only goes up to 150, so I ended up having to go buy a new torque wrench. So I bought a new torque wrench that goes significantly past 165, and I also bought a 21mm socket, which is just slightly bigger than a 13/16, and I made sure it was a deep socket so that I had enough clearance with the torque wrench.
That's it for this one. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.